Hey guys, a bit of Australian culture and history for you today. Oh my God, Australians have culture? Yeah, we do. Culture of drinking. Just kidding. No, really. Have you heard of ANZAC Day? Well, today you will. So what is ANZAC Day? It's the anniversary of the first military action completed by the Australian and New Zealand military. At the time, they were called the Australia-New Zealand Army Corps, which is the acronym ANZAC, hence the name ANZAC Day. The history behind this is pretty sad. Australians and New Zealanders landed in Gallipoli, a peninsula in Turkey, just before sunrise, or what we call dawn, on the 25th of April 1915 to help in the World War I efforts. Unfortunately, they landed in an area that they were not planning to, and the Turkish forces were waiting for them. They proceeded to fight for the next 8 months and were basically annihilated until Australia decided to come back and pull out of that particular battle. Much like any war story, right? Pretty sad. So why would a day where we are obliterated be so important for us? Why would we celebrate this every single year? This is where it comes down to Australian culture and explains a little bit about who we are as people. The Anzacs, these people, these soldiers who went to fight for us, they were not conscripted, meaning they were not forced or obligated to fight. They were regular men who volunteered. So the spirit of ANZAC represents bravery, it represents hard work, and most of all for us, it represents mateship. Mate, if you guys don't know, is Australian slang for friend. If you spend any time in Australia, you won't go far without hearing the word mate. Mates, you're my mate. G'day mate, how's it going? Mateship, camaraderie, friendship. And the spirit of ANZAC really reflects never ever leave your mate behind, always look after your mates, be a good mate. Courage, hard work, sacrifice, mateship. That's what it is to be Australian. Despite the fact that it's quite a sad day for history, it makes us very proud as a country that we have the freedoms that we have today because of these people who gave their lives for us. So that's the history behind ANZAC Day and the values that we take into today. But what do we actually do on this day? Well, it's a pretty unique day. It starts super early, before sunrise. All around the country, thousands of people go to memorial services where there are some speeches. There is 2 minutes of silence where we sit and think about the sacrifices that these people made for us. And there is a musical piece that is played by a bugle or a military trumpet called The Last Post. It certainly inspires a lot of somber or sober feelings when we listen to it. And then there is also a really beautiful poem, which I think we all learn in school and all Australians know it. This tradition is still carried on today, even by our children. It's something that's taught in schools, and it really speaks to the collective pride of our country. After the service, we then all march to the RSL Club. The RSL Club is a support group that was formed for the returned soldiers. So it's Returned Soldiers League, RSL. And you'll find them all around the country in Australia. They're basically a place that you can go to eat, have a drink, and support the returned soldiers and anyone who's been in the military forces. So the march finishes at an RSL club where we will have a breakfast. They call it a gunfire breakfast because the tea that the soldiers received in the morning when they were fighting was called gunfire breakfast. Dark, right? Early into the afternoon, however, the fun begins. This is where you see the true Australian culture really come out. Aussies all gather together at the RSL club to play Two Up. Two Up is simply a game of heads or tails, but with lots of beer and betting money. Heads. Yes! So in the end, we all end up drinking. That's what it is to be an Aussie. So there you have it, a little something about Australian culture and history that you may not have known before. Want to hear more Australian tips, stories, and cultural stuff? Chuck a comment below and let me know. Or tell me something about military service, commemoration, or custom that you have in your country. I'd love to hear it. I'm always interested in hearing new stories about countries and understanding more about the world. We're so far away in Australia, we don't know anything. Heads. I'm so bad at this. Heads. Hey, come on. I need to do this. Heads, heads. I can do this. Heads. This is why I never play two-up. Thank God I don't bet any money. Maybe I need beer. Heads. I've lost it. It's gone. Uh-oh. Oh no.